There comes a moment in life when you realize that being liked by everyone is not the same as being respected. You can be kind, generous, understanding, and always available, yet still feel that people do not value you the way you deserve. The reason may not be that you are giving too little. Sometimes you are giving too much of yourself in the wrong ways. You may have developed habits that quietly weaken your presence without realizing it. You seek approval before trusting your own decisions. You explain yourself when no explanation is necessary. You tolerate behavior that crosses your boundaries. You chase people who give you little in return. You react emotionally to situations that do not deserve your energy. These habits may seem harmless, but repeated over time, they can change the way you see yourself and the way others respond to you. One of the most important habits you must remove if you want to earn genuine respect is the habit of constantly seeking approval from other people. It can happen so quietly that you may not even realize you are doing it. You ask yourself what people will think before making a decision. You change your opinion because someone disagrees with you. You hesitate to speak because you are afraid your words might upset someone. You accept invitations you do not want, tolerate behavior you dislike, and sometimes abandon your own needs simply to keep everyone else comfortable. Over time, this habit can make you disconnected from the one person whose approval matters most, yourself. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be liked. Human beings naturally want connection, appreciation, and acceptance. The problem begins when being accepted becomes more important than being authentic. When your confidence depends on how other people respond to you, you hand them control over your emotional state. One compliment can make you feel powerful, while one criticism can destroy your confidence. One person approving of your decision can make you feel certain, while another person's disagreement can make you question everything. That is not inner confidence. That is emotional dependence on external validation. Respect begins when you develop the ability to stand firmly in your own decisions. This does not mean becoming arrogant, rude, or unwilling to listen. It means learning to hear other people's opinions without automatically surrendering your own judgment. You can listen without obeying. You can accept advice without losing your identity. You can appreciate someone's perspective while still deciding that your path is different. Mature confidence allows you to say, "I understand what you mean, but I have chosen differently," without feeling guilty for it. Think about how often people apologize when they have done nothing wrong. Sometimes an apology is used simply because someone feels uncomfortable for having a boundary. You say sorry for needing space. You say sorry for declining something. You say sorry for expressing an opinion. You say sorry because someone else became upset with a decision that was perfectly reasonable. Eventually, you begin to believe that keeping everyone happy is your responsibility. It is not. You are responsible for being respectful, honest, and considerate. You are not responsible for controlling everyone's reaction to your choices. Someone may misunderstand you. Someone may disagree with you. Someone may even become disappointed when you stop giving them what they were accustomed to receiving. Their reaction does not automatically mean you have done something wrong. This is where self-respect becomes powerful. When you stop seeking constant approval, you begin making decisions based on your values instead of other people's expectations. You start asking different questions. Instead of asking, "Will they like me if I do this?" you ask, "Is this right for me?" Instead of asking, "What should I say so nobody gets upset?" you ask, "What is honest and respectful to say?" Instead of wondering, "How can I make them choose me?" you ask, "Is this relationship actually worthy of my energy?" That shift changes everything. You become more selective with your time. You stop explaining every detail of your life. You stop performing a version of yourself designed to impress people. You become comfortable with silence. You stop feeling obligated to prove that you are good, intelligent, attractive, successful, or worthy. You understand that people who genuinely respect you do not need you to constantly audition for their approval. The truth is that constantly trying to impress people often has the opposite effect. When someone senses that you desperately need their approval, they may recognize that you are willing to compromise yourself to receive it. That can weaken the boundaries around your identity. But when you are comfortable with who you are, your presence becomes different. You do not have to demand respect. You communicate through your behavior that you respect yourself. This does not mean you should ignore constructive criticism. In fact, people who are secure enough to receive criticism often grow faster than people who need constant praise. The difference is that a confident person evaluates criticism instead of immediately accepting or rejecting it. They ask, is there something useful here? If there is, they learn. If there is not, they let it go. They do not allow every opinion to become a verdict on their character. You also need to understand that approval can become addictive. The more you depend on compliments, messages, attention, likes, or reassurance, the more you may feel anxious when those things disappear. You begin checking whether people are responding to you. You wonder why someone has become distant. You compare yourself with others. You measure your worth through external reactions. This creates a cycle where you are constantly looking outside yourself for evidence that you are enough. Break that cycle by learning to validate yourself. When you accomplish something, acknowledge it without waiting for someone else to congratulate you. When you make a good decision, allow yourself to be proud